that will break the language barrier in the country. Aweza, the translator app, supports 11 official languages in the country and contains a text-to-speech synthesis engine providing voice support with a strong focus on scalability. Joining us now from our Cape Town studio is co-founder and chief technology officer at Speak Mobile and Aweza developer Glen Stein. Glenn, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, thank you for having me on the show.
First of all, congratulations with the buzz around Aweza. Talk to me about what prompted the development of this kind of app.
So, thank you very much, first of all. I've had first-hand experience learning a new language abroad and also locally, and so I've experienced what learning a new language can do for one's cultural breakthroughs. And I think it's important in a country like South Africa, where there's 11 official languages, to that there's an emphasis on helping bridge the language divide between people in South Africa who speak these different languages. So, and mobile technology is really, the popularity is growing incredibly fast, and so it seemed like a good idea to combine language translation and mobile technology to build a tool that could aid South Africans to communicate.
Let's quickly break down what this app actually does. It's a translator app that supports 11 official languages with a speech synthesis engine providing voice support with a strong focus on scalability. Put that in English for me.
Okay, so the text-to-speech synthesis engine is okay. So actually, I'll take a step back. It's a phrasalator, as some would call it. You choose the language you want to translate from and the language you want to translate to. Then you choose from a list of categories, for example, at the garage, and then it gives you a list of phrases that are relevant to that context, being in the garage. And then as you scroll through the list, it gives you the translation in the language you want to translate to. And the text-to-speech comes in where it can take the phrase and translate it to audio, but that technology is only available in a spin-off of Aweza, which is called MediPhrases, and that's actually an app that we built specifically aimed at healthcare practitioners, where it allows the doctor to communicate with the patient across language barriers. In Aweza itself, the one we recently launched, we actually don't use text-to-speech. Instead, we use crowdsourced audio, which is quite exciting for us because it's quite new. It's a novel approach to language translation. Basically, you have the phrase, which you can look at and you can read, and then as a user, you can then submit a recording of the audio of how that phrase is supposed to be pronounced. And then other users of the app can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on whether they like the way you pronounce it or if you pronounce it correctly or not. And so it's a crowd participation platform, and that's just one of the ways that we're trying to get South Africans using the app to engage with each other, even though it's anonymously through a mobile platform. But it's creating a conversation amongst the nation, which is something we hope to encourage more and get people to take part in more.
Glenn, there's somebody sitting at home and going, or a couple of people at home, thousands of them, saying, I've got to download it right now because I'm planning to go somewhere, maybe Soweto or whatever. Where can we download this app? And once it's downloaded, I mean, is there ways to upgrade it, or is this a complete app system?
So at the moment, it's available on the Google Play Store, which is if you have Android, then if you're watching this right now, you can go on the store and download it. Apple takes a little bit longer to approve apps when you submit. So we're hoping to see the Apple version, iOS version, come up, during the week, Wednesday up to Friday. More realistically, Friday. And we've built it in a way where you mentioned scalability. So the content we manage from a back end, which means it's like an administration panel, and we can continue modifying, uploading more content, images. It also has an image section where you can look at pictures, and it's got the translations there. And we want to be able to continuously increase it, and so we've also given users the platform to make suggestions. Like I think there should be a category that deals with this particular topic. For example, retail. Well, there is a category for retail, but if there's a category that we haven't included, users can suggest one, and for photos as well. So we're looking for ways to improve the ways that users can contribute and build the content. Ultimately, we'd like to have everything being user-generated and user-moderated.
Glenn?
But, there's a lot of thought and planning that needs to go into that.
Cool. Glenn, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but thank you very much for joining us from our Cape Town studio. That is co-founder and chief technology officer of Speak Mobile. These guys have designed Aweza, which helps, it's a translation app for you. You can go to their website and find out more. Glen Stein joining us from that studio.